And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, one and all, my freaks and geeks, my dweebs and my weebs, and everyone in between to the stream. We are here for your game, SFG versus the Saints, best of 5. I am here with the stupendous, the sexy, the sensational Sportstein. Ladies and gentlemen.
What is going on? What's up, my man? Mr. Big Rich X. You got to throw it on the end. I appreciate being with you here tonight, buddy. We got a great series coming up. A couple series ago, we watched these Saints with a huge comeback on that hard point, a 250 to 243, Rich. It's going to be a fun night. I can't wait to see them go up against FSG.
It's going to be an insane one. I'm just stoked. I'm excited. I've been sitting here on the edge of my seat, quite literally, for hours, waiting for my chance to champ at the bit, not chomp. Don't you get it mixed up, ladies and gentlemen. As we get loaded up, we are going to be starting off with sub base, if I'm not mistaken, which is a first of the night. It's absolutely insane that we got a sub base pick in this one. I'm happy we see a little diversity in the map picks, but I'm excited and hope this goes to a game 5, because if it does, we get my sweet bread and butter, which is Terminal, an iconic Call of Duty map, and it is steeped in history of just amazing shots, clutch moments, and insane clips, just like the rest of these maps that Activision and Sledgehammer brought back from classic MW2 sports team.
Yeah. Got to keep an eye out on the two maps that FSG picked. Now, they went hardpoint twice, and they took Subbase and Skid Row. They only have 2 of the 5 picks here. So fascinating that those are the 2 maps that they ended up picking. 2 maps with big, wide areas and also a lot of hallways that you have to be careful around. I wonder if FSG will lean a little more towards the SMGs in those kinds of games. And of course, once we get into the big search and destroy, that round 2 on high rise, that's going to be the swing series, I think. I think we're going to see a lot of the series come down to that, whether it's momentum-based, getting in people's heads. Because once you get to Invasion and you're down maybe 2-0, that's when the boys become men. That's when you really know if you have that dog in you. And if you go down 2-0, that might be it for you.
It's going to be interesting. I would like to see if a team does get up, let's say, maybe a 4-0, 5-0 on that high rise. Someone brings out the sniper, wants to hop on the crane, maybe go for a couple of trick shots just for the memes. I'm here for it, okay? I want it. I need to see some classic Call of Duty moments on these classic Call of Duty maps, okay? That's all I want. Just a little bit, a little taste, a little tease, if you will. Something.
Yeah. I'm hoping we get to Terminal in round 5, just because, like you said, such an iconic map, so many great places. Also, a great part about that map is that, I don't know if this is just a personal thing, maybe it's just different from when I was a kid, but I love what they've done with Terminal, how bright it is now. It's so much more open. It feels like just you can kind of see people down those long hallways a little bit better. The colors don't blend as much, so it's just a much better overall map this time around in Modern Warfare 3. It's going to be fun, but we got a long way to go before we get there, my man Rich. We got a long way to go.
Indubitably. And ladies and gentlemen, here we go. SFG coming at you against the Saints here in the sub base. Things are gonna get cold, and then they're gonna heat right back up like a plate of pizza you just reheated. You got it from Little Caesars, but it's not hot and ready as nades and shots start getting thrown all over the place. Prod with a nice little 2-piece to start things off on the right foot for the Saints.
Yeah, Saints got to get out to a fast start here. This FSG team is really good. They started off 4-0, they went 3-0 in group play, and then they got swept 3-0 right out of the box. So if you want to get on this team, you have to attack them early. Good on the Saints for getting out to an early lead here.
Yeah, absolutely. This P1 is going to be tough just in any hardpoint matchup. Just little trickles of points popping in as these players start to figure each other out, figure out their rotations and their movements. Versailles up here on the catwalk, getting to the high ground, but getting beamed off the ladder. Unfortunately, could not make it up there to the high ground. Someone call Obi-Wan Kenobi. He's going to need some assistance. Alu with a nice little 2-piece as Desi gets in there. Alu trading shots. It's back and forth, an absolute pandemonium as we rotate to P2.
I love how SFG is playing right now. A little bit slow out of the gate, but they have come back. They're winning all their one-on-one gunfights. They're attacking together. And I also love, you're seeing a lot of 2-on-1 gunfights as well. Arco on a 4-kill streak already. Versailles, he's got up to 5 kills. They're just going back and forth, playing really well as a team to open things up.
Absolutely. SFG off to a phenomenal start. Arco on that 5 streak, creeping up to that cruise missile. Desi trying to shut something down, getting a lot of hit markers, and Arco going down.
Huge.
Unfortunate there. Huge team wipe right there for Saints. They get a bit of scrap on this P2, but a huge push nonetheless. Gets them to reset on SFG. Weiser's trying to stay up, but unfortunately going down in the drop shot, and just like that, SFG breaking through. Might pick up a little bit more of this scrap, but way to dedicate for those final few moments. It may come back to bite them, though, as they might lose out on these rotations.
We got to see more from Prod. Prod was the star of the Saints series that they got it done. Right now, only 4 and 5. Doesn't have a lot of time on the hard point either. He's got to get going. He's the best player on this team. If Weisers is also kind of hanging him out right now, 2 for 7, they got to get going. Prod has to be the guy who leads this comeback charge.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, as we rotate onto P3, neither of the teams have landed to a significant amount of hill time on this P3. It's just 2 out in the open on the sub. J-Hem and company trying to rotate up, but the Saints have the high ground. Arco from down below, but Prod looking for a nice little 2-piece. Brings out the pistol. Come on, Prod, with a nice little 3-streak. Getting it going, keeping it in production. Ladies and gentlemen, no strikes here for Prod as Saints keep them off the point, pick up a bit of scrap. Versailles is there to shut it down, though, as P3, I mean, we didn't really see anyone take a whole lot of hill time on that one, Sportstein.
No, not at all. And again, this is kind of what we saw out of the Saints. Once Prod gets going, he can really level the playing field. He did just pass on that one, but I love how Arco is playing 11 and 6, kind of keeping things easy. He's playing his cover really well. But again, the teamwork that's coming in from SFG right now has been really, really impressive. 2v1ing a lot of these fights, getting onto these hard point captures, getting 2-3 guys in there and just holding it. This is a very, very well played game so far for SFG.
Look at Prof and Prod, able to contest this point. J-Hem still in there, causing a bit of an issue as Arco gets a nice 2-piece. The nade MCW combo causing a bit of an issue. Arco sliding in and around. Got the ice on the map to keep him loose. Ooh, but unfortunately going down. He was not forklift certified, ladies and gentlemen, as Prod gets another 2-piece. Sitting at 11-10 has bounced back a bit, just like you were saying, sports team. Able to bounce back and now currently leads the team in kills, but will it be enough? SFG currently leads by 50 points? Nope, it's 60. I don't know my math. I was an English major, ladies and gentlemen. Don't judge me. Unfortunate there.
Hey, you're an English major. I'm a journalism major. There ain't no algebra between the two of us.
Hey, man. Prod with another 2-piece, staying up on the 5 streak and looking to continue his dominant streak. Prof here holding in mid, waiting for a rotation. Nobody's coming. Arco is on the far side, but Prof just staring into nothing. Alu here going down. Beautiful shots from the Saints as they have been able to bounce back in a big way. J-Hem here now making a push, but getting dropped. Y-Source was the wise one here. Prof holding up top, taking these kids to school. Arco and company trades coming in and out, but Saints continuing to hold here, Sports Team.
It is Arco's world, and we are living it. He is controlling the tempo of this match. 18 kills already. Prod is starting to catch up to him a little bit, but the way that Arco is just keeping them down, and then you see J-Hem, who is just absolutely loading onto this hard point, leading the entire lobby by what? Triple already? He already has a minute and a half in the hard point. I feel like if they come away with the win, he might end up with all 250 points. He has been great so far. But again, Arco, we talk about tempo, we talk about control, we talk about pace. They're getting it done. But a nice little 2-piece here for Saints as they try to get their way back.
Absolutely. The Saints need some heavenly intervention to bounce back from this one. Down 30 points and are holding currently on this midpoint. J-Hem trying to break through and does. J-Hem causing some mayhem, ladies and gentlemen. Arco sitting at 20 and 10. Prof and company, though, holding. Shots coming from Alu. It's an absolute chaos on this point. Y-Source looking for a pick, but cannot find it. Arco returning fire, and Y-Source needs some assistance as Arco goes in for the kill, but gets dropped. Do not bring a pistol to an MCW fight. JM here with some head glitches, trying to get in, but Prod shutting it down. And you just called that perfectly, Sports Team. Prod stepped up big time, and there's the Caster's Curse shutting him down right as I start hyping him up.
Yeah, he's got to go up even another level. He went up another level to get them back in this game, but he's got to go up another one if they want a chance to actually win this round. They're down. I mean, they're almost doubled up right now on the hard point, but it's got to be Prod. He has to be the one who leads them there. They need maybe a 3, 4, 5 kill streak from him. He goes down there. That's a big miss. Can they get another one on the top? It's Decky up top. We'll switch over here. It is tough for these Saints. They cannot break into these hard points. Every time they get one guy in there, they're just met with 2 others coming in from SFG.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Prod and Prof, the PP connection. Be careful, ladies and gentlemen. 143 to 82. A solid 60-point differential.
Oh, that's
SE,
huge.
Prod, and Weiser's a huge three-piece. Versailles last one up, but a close to a team wipe as Saints are able to lock it down and pick up some scrap. But Versailles coming in. There will be no Treaty of Versailles here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. It's all war here on the sub base.
Oh, here comes Alu. Yeah, he had a really slow start to the game. But, mate, my man Weiser's, we got to step it up here, okay? 11 and 17 is not going to get it done. 11 and 18 is definitely not going to get it done. He's got to step it up. Right now, Prod and Decky are absolutely carrying. I know that Weiser's is trying to get those hard point spots, but he just has to win more one-on-one gunfights. He is killing them right now.
Beautiful push from SFG here to hold on the sub. And this could be the difference maker here. Saints can't break through, but Prof and everyone making me eat my words. Versailles staying up, but Weissers and company gonna shut him right back down. Alu holding in the corner, but the nade, someone called Tom Nady in here, shutting him right back down. Gotta trade with the nade, but unfortunately, this won't be the deciding point that I thought it was. Saints able to keep him off point, at least for now, as Weissers holds on the 3 streak. Now Prof trying to rotate in. Arco up on the high ground. Headshots being traded all around here in the sub base. There is not a snowflake in sight because, my goodness, this matchup is heating up, Sports Team.
It really is. Arco just missed a clean double there. If he got the first, he was definitely getting the second. You can see Saints, they're starting to come back. They're starting to win some of these gunfights. They just can't get on the hard point. The SFG is playing so well to kind of poke him out, prod him a little bit, winning the 2v1s. They just can't crack this SFG defense so far. Nice multi-kill there for Prod. He's starting to heat up.
Soars with the double as well. I'm seeing a streak of 1, 2, and
there
3. The Saints are coming on the base. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Saints keeping things interesting here, but Alu and company might cause some problems. They hop off the point for just a second, but Prod holds. Beautiful job from the Saints. They need to hold this point here, bring it at least within contention of SFG, but they are still down by 40+ points, and just like that, SFG breaks through on scrap time. Off in the back, trying to get to this next point, but I think the Saints have given up on this one.
Yeah, they did a good job of at least getting some points and staying in this game. Obviously, SFG, they're in a commanding spot. They're feeling good about themselves. The Saints are fighting back a little bit. Those KDs are starting to even out a little bit. They're starting to win those 2v1s on the other side. They need to get a couple multi-kills going on here if they really want to start breaking this defense. But I just love the way that Arco is playing. Alu's picking up his game too. But look at Jayhem. 2 minutes and 20 seconds on the point. That is how you play OBJ, Rich. That is what we do. We don't need to get the kills. We play objective, and we're going to get the win.
Exactly. I respect a solid Hill Kitten, and a nice little 2-piece from Prod cannot round out the hat trick. And now Saints doing an excellent job holding on point here, but the nade shutting it right back down. Still a 32-point differential as Arco and company just try to keep Saints off point, it seems. They are unable to push in.
Look at him go!
Beautiful
Look at him go!
Prod putting in the production, ladies and gentlemen. 32 and 22, wants to drop the 40 bomb. But will the 40 bomb be enough? Huge kills coming in for the Saints as they are able to get on point and bring this within 20, Sports Team. They were down at 60, getting close to looking like all hope was lost, but they have been able to scratch and claw their way back, keeping this one close, but a nice little team wipe, or close to it, from SFG.
I called out Weissers, man. I said that he had to step his game up. He was -6, -7 KD-wise. He's all the way up to -1 now. He has been huge in this comeback. But again, look at Prod, 34 and 23. This Saints team starting to pick up a little momentum and a little bit of fire. We might see a full-on comeback back here. They might tie this up.
Oh my goodness, I'm starting to sweat. Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be a close one here in the sub base. Trades going back and forth. Versailles going down. Arco with a nice little head glitch. Nades coming in on point.
We're close to a tie. We're close to a tie, Rich.
It's getting way too close for comfort. Huge kill for Arco. Huge as it gets SFG back on point. Weiser's trying to slide up, looking for something, but Alu and company are just holding tight. Saints need to lock down this next point as we rotate to P2, I believe, was Weiser's pops the Deddy and just holds in the garage. As it sort of slows down just a little bit. Oh, needed that 2-piece, but Prod was there to save it.
Oh, he's cleaning up. Prod is cleaning up out here. 37 kills already. Oh, my goodness.
Prod's going to drop the 40 bomb, ladies and gentlemen. I'm calling it right here, right now. 208, 183.
Another one.
Coming down to the wire. Y-Source here dropping in on point, and they need to hold this one, and they could take the lead here. Still plenty of time on point for Sai, still being a problem. He's dropping 30 kills as well. Arco with 33 and 27. Desi holding. Alu on the outside, able to get a huge two-piece, looking for the 3. Alu trying to stay alive, but unfortunately going down. Arco now pushing up and getting more points for SFG. They're able to break through so well. SFG able to hold on for just a moment, but the Saints are just within striking distance as they get a huge 3-piece close to a team wipe on SFG.
Hold the double!
Time starts to run out. Huge 2-piece. Oh my goodness, Sports Team.
This is fantastic. See, this is what we're talking about with the Saints. They got to get in those 2v1 situations, but they're running out of time here. We are under 20 seconds in this match. The Saints are still down by 19. That's a huge kill from Arco trying to hold him off the spot. He's got another one. That's the wipe.
That's the wipe. That could be it right there, Sports Team. I don't think I've ever seen this before in my history of casting Call of Duty where it didn't go to a 250. The clock runs out for the Saints. Oh my goodness.
Outstanding defense towards the end there. Really looked like the Saints were about to come back and take that round. But how about SFG with the defense at the end? The clean team wipe. That was awesome. What a game, though, for Prod, man. He might be the best player in this lobby.
Just a little kills short for Arco, finishing off on a nice little 2-piece chicken tendy meal. Add a biscuit and get me a tall Sprite while you're at it. 7,600 damage for Arco. And 222 hill time for Jayhem. I'm giving Jayhem the MVP for that one.
Hey, you know what? You know, as a fellow OBJ kind of guy, respect to him for actually kind of sitting in there, taking the lumps and getting it done. But I'm really excited to see what this search and destroy looks like, because now we're switching over to the map that the Saints wanted, onto their better game mode. SFG has to be careful. They cannot let this get to a tied 1-1, and we're heading to another hard point on Invasion, another Saints pick. This is a huge round. I told you at the start, Rich, that this is going to be the big one here in round 2. SFG feeling good coming out of it. They cannot feel comfortable. The Saints are coming.
Oh, 100%. And watch yourself there, Sports Team. It's still no November. I don't think anybody is coming just yet. Anyways, I have casted dozens, hundreds, dare I say thousands of Call of Duty games, and many of them being hardpoint. I don't think I've ever seen the clock run out in a hardpoint matchup. I have always seen it go to a 250 score. That is insane play defensively for both teams to keep each other off the point for long enough. Neither team scores the max limit. Just insane. So to see how this search and destroy plays out, a very methodical, a very different type of beast in terms of game mode. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm excited. And let me just say one more thing. Search and Destroy is my bread, my butter, my sugar, my cream. It's my everything when it comes to Call of Duty casting. It's a cornerstone of the very thing, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm just flat out happy, excited, and ready to cast a high-rise S&D match with the one and only Sports Team.
Hey, that's your man. Look, I'm excited to come off of this round 1. And you know, we kind of talked about how, you know, the big early lead for SFG that really pushed them over the front there. But you saw that Saints team towards the end. They really evened the score. These two teams are very, very even. We talked about how we wanted that game 5 on Terminal. I would not be surprised if we ended up getting to that point. These two teams, especially from a gunplay perspective, they are on similar playing fields. Obviously, on one side, you know, you do have Prod. So as long as Prod is going to be able to kind of keep them in these games with that high KD ratio, they're going to be just fine.
Oh, absolutely. I've stressed this point enough, but I want to see some snipes.
Oh yeah.
Especially
on high rise, right? You know, you got the spawn sniping spots. You have those 2 big lanes down the middle and down the right side of the map. But I think the big spot for on this search and destroy map is going to be under that helicopter. When you get kind of under the map and you start getting those couple of kills, they really can flip a game. And obviously, towards the end, you're going to get those one-on-one gunfights, especially inside of Electric where that bomb is. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. High Rise is great this year on Search and Destroy. I mentioned it on Terminal how the color mixing and everything just kind of looks better versus the older games. Same thing on High Rise. High Rise used to be kind of dusty and a little bit gray. Now it's bright. The sun sets out. You can see everything a lot clearer. I think those long sniping lanes are a little bit easier to hit now as well. So if you get a real pro on one of those, it should be fun.
100%. And we are loaded in, ladies and gentlemen. SFG currently leading your series in this best of 5 1-0. and the Saints looking to bounce back in a big way like a kid at a trampoline park, and I'm ready to watch all 11 rounds, hopefully, of it here. As we get things started, Alu looking for some early picks, but unfortunately unable to secure that kill on Y-Source. Desi up top, looking for Alu as well. Nades coming in early as Prod trying to take this high ground. Alu might be spotted. Got to be careful here.
And they got him.
And
That's a call out.
Ooh,
There he is,
Alu going down. Beautiful first kill, and there's another, and they just start stacking them up as Arco looks for another, trying to even things up, but SFG in trouble early in a 4v2 sports team.
That's the impact of Prod right there. He gets the call out to get the first kill, then he's able to swing around, get the second kill, and avoid the third guy, so he's still alive. That was excellent work by Prod. A two-piece coming out entirely from him, and he might get another one here. Oh, Wisers with a big kill, big headshot.
Sneaking up, and now Arco all alone in a 4v1. Saints looking for a flawless round, but Arco not giving it to him. 1v3, but getting picked off at the top of the stairs. The Saints take the first round, a much-needed win to flip things from that hard point.
The Saints are hot. We felt it coming off the end of that game. They didn't win that hard point map. They really cooked down the second half, whether it was Prod, Weissers are starting to get their gunplay in. Maybe a little bit cold after the long waiting time, but they are here, they are back, and they are 1-0 in SND.
Absolutely. Prod on that 2 streak. Weissers on the 1. Prod might try to play it a little more conservatively, conserve that streak. Arco, I do have to say, it was a very cinematic kill cam. As Prof gets the snipe to start things off. That's what I was looking for. He went for the shot. He got the kill. Oh, I hope we get the perspective from him. Someone send.
That's incredible.
Yeah, I think he jumped off the map for it. I need it, ladies and gentlemen. Someone find it for me. Oh, thank you, Prof. Worth every second of it. As Ysars goes for the plant, let's get back into the game. We got a snipe. We didn't get to see it, sadly, but a beautiful job. Ysars with a blaze. Just unfortunate for Jayhem. And now Versailles and Alu in a tough 3v2. Prod has the high ground. Able to give those call-outs.
Prod's about to eat them up. He's all over.
Going hunting.
He's got him.
Harry Potter wasn't ready.
Got him.
Stay under the stairs, ladies and gentlemen. Saints with a nice 2-0. Let's watch that back in sweet, succulent slow motion. I believe that was Prod descending from the high ground as Alu, doing his best Harry Potter impersonation, unfortunately goes down under the stairs. You're not making it to Hogwarts this year, Harry. I'm sorry.
He's the best player in this lobby right now. Prod is feeling it. He's getting the call-outs in. He's getting his shots in as well. This is impressive. Now, Prof, I know you got it the first time. Maybe don't try it a second time. Your team needs you. You're up by 2-0. You don't need to take the swing this time. Let's see how they do it. This has been a bit of a shock and awe here for SFG. I think they were expecting to come in this a little bit hotter. They're down 2-0 already. They got to catch up.
Oh, 100%, and don't you add mustard to that ketchup, sir, as Prod and Ysors both with the 3-0. Jayhem takes out Prof, Ysors takes out Jayhem, and now a 2v2, a classic gunfight scenario as Ysors and Desi. We haven't heard too much from them, but Ysors on the 4-0 and looking for more. Versailles in the Harry Potter spot and waiting for a pick. Ooh, gotta be careful of the nade. Oh, almost perfectly. Dare I say perfectly, as Alu rotates in and gets dropped by Ysors. The 5-0. Ysors is cooking, and just like that, the Saints are up 3-0 here on the high rise.
Like that man colorblind says in the chat, Ysors on high rise. It's Jover. This man is cooking with gas. This is so impressive from the Saints. Look at this turnaround. They were dead in the water the first half of that hardpoint game. Well, look at them now. They got the momentum up 3-0 now. This is the swing round. If SFG doesn't win this round, it's over. We might see a 6-0 sweep.
I would be astonished and just bamboozled, baffled, dare I say, as Ysors looking for the 6-0, wants that cruise missile. And here we go. SFG on the defense side of things might be able to play a bit slower. It's got to get set up as trophy system's already going down. Alu waiting. Ooh, it's going to be tough, but Ysors stays alive.
That's 6.
Gets that cruise missile. Beautiful job from Ysors, who has just stayed up and alive, but is able to dodge these shots from Versailles. It's a 3v3 as Prof goes down. Ysors here, rotating on Propane, looking for a pick on Bravo.
Oh, look at how this man is snapping. This man is locked in, absolutely locked in. There's another one from Prod, and he's going to get the plant. My man Ysors is absolutely going crazy. He heard my call, Big Rich, and he is answering it.
Boom.
Hello,
Boom.
who is it? It's a 4-0 lead for the Saints.
I believe there is some divine interventioning happening right now, The Almighty himself has come down and blessed the Saints here today, playing with perfection here on the high rise. They ascend to a 4-0 lead, a heavenly 4-0, dare I say.
This is a clinic.
As we continue here, absolutely. Someone called the doctor, because it's absolutely disgusting what YSource, Prod, and company are doing to SFG right now. Let me just say this real quick. YSource has more kills than SFG combined after 4 rounds.
He's winning all of his gunfights. He's putting himself in great positions to succeed, not putting himself out in the open, but he's still covering very valuable lanes. I love his work over by A. Let's see if he can close this out with an undefeated run, because between him and Prod, they're 11-1. They might end this entire series in the next couple of rounds. Oh, no, he naded himself! Oh, he naded himself! No!
That is a tough throw into the barrels as JM takes himself out.
That's something that I would do, Rich. That's a sports team move right there, okay? We can't be having that right now.
That is a rough round for SFG as they are already down a man, and JM took himself out with a tough frag nade as Arco is going to get caught here, but is able to take out one. YSource goes down. Oh, I spoke too soon as FFG is still down. No, it's a 2v2. I'm speaking too soon, way too quick. As Versailles and Alu trying to survive. They're on the attack, so they gotta go for this plant. Prof holding on.
Where's Prod?
High propane here.
They should be terrified. Where is he?
Alu able to dodge the shots.
There he is.
Ooh, Prod with the headshot on Alu. And now Versailles on the high ground. Who might be able to get a pick on Prod here. Notice the shot's going for something, but gets taken out mid-air. Let's watch that kill cam back in some sweet slow motion. As the Saints take 5-0. I think that was Prof. I think it was Prof. It was Prof indeed with the MCW sliding up and doing a little bit of skeet shooting here on Versailles, popping him right on the cheeks. Unfortunate there. That's going to hurt in the morning. Match point and looking for the 6-0 sweep. The Saints are flying high.
This is outrageous right now from the Saints. The one-on-one gunplay, the secondary grenades that they're tossing out as well, so effective. The flashes and the stuns, they're getting in there. The team fights as well. They're winning a lot of 2v1s. They'll drop a guy, always have somebody behind him to able to kind of complete the kills. But this is a huge round here because the 5-0 could be tricky. If it ends up being 5-1, you never know what momentum can do in video games, but you got to close them out now. And our man Weiser is looking at him. Look at how he's snapping into every single spot. He is ready to close out this round now.
He is on the hunt. He's sniffing for him. There's a headshot from Prod. And now a 3v2. J-Him and Versailles have got to step up big time. They spot Desi. Desi able to get the trophy system out, but he stuns himself. Versailles pushing and gets a beautiful kill on Desi. And now a 2v2, but you got to go up against the demons. YSource and Prod combined for a 13-2. Prod pushing. He's aggressive. He wants some. J-Him going down. It doesn't matter. Versailles now in a 1v2 for it all to prevent the 6-0. Can Versailles make some magic happen? Going into the Lion's Den, and it's over. A 6-0 sweep. The Saints send an SFG straight to the HE double hockey sticks. Thanks to the Lord himself, the Saints getting it done. You see the smiles. He's cheeky. He knows it. Prod here. Versailles sliding right into the DMs and getting rejected. Absolutely banned and blocked. You're not getting nothing. Just a beautiful, flawless, precise, clean, and nice game of SND for the Saints, Sports Dean.
The Saints absolutely dominated that. That was so impressive. We've been watching a lot of Call of Duty today. I think that was the most impressive round we've seen from any team in any series so far. To 6-0 a team like SFG, who mind you, before this, they got swept in their last round. That's the only 3 games that they have lost. They've won every single other round in this tournament. So for the Saints to just kind of put them on like that, that is so impressive. But shout out to YSource. He was really bad to start that first round on hardpoint, but he comes in during the search and destroy, absolutely sets the tempo early, doesn't die for the first 3 rounds. That was fantastic play from the Saints. And now we go to hardpoint on Invasion. That has been the swing map and the swing game mode the entire tournament so far. How you perform on Invasion basically determines how you perform for the entire series. And if you go up 2-1, you got to watch out because there's no more dangerous lead in esports than a 2-1 series lead. So this big one coming up on Invasion, this might decide things for us here, Rich.
100% agree, Sports Dean. I mean, First off, I'm just need someone to somehow track down that snipe from Prof. I
Yes.
asked for snipes and they delivered. I need that, okay? I need that for like my Call of Duty addiction, okay? But what a just flat out dominant search and destroy. I mean, Prod and Weiser's combining for, I think the finish was what, a 13-2, 14-2 KD.
Yep.
Between the both of them, a disgusting stat line. And I would be scared if this goes to a game 5, because if it does, you're gonna have to contend with that Saints team in Terminal on S&D again, and I would be worried if I was SFG. But let's see what they can do to bounce back in the
it's a
hard point.
confidence
They won
thing
the
now.
first one. We'll see what happens, sports team.
Absolutely. I mean, look, it's a mental game now. You know, you go down 6-0 like that. You got to come back. You got to wake up. You see Jayhem right there die immediately. His confidence is in the absolute toilet coming off that grenade death that he had on his own, his self-imposed grenade death. And already, look at the Saints. They're coming out firing, winning one-on-one matches. This is great. Let's see if the Saints are able to lock this down early. They got off to such a slow start during the first hardpoint half that we had in round 1. But see here already, a much faster start, winning their gunfights. A big cripple for Y Swords. This man is as hot as hell. He is as hot as the face of the sun. Look at him go.
Absolutely huge W from Y Source as the Saints will get huge P1 time. Rarely do I see it go above 30. Alu with a tough TK with a headshot on Versailles. As Alu is able to bounce back, keep it a little, 2 streak, but a TK is a bad taboo and a bad omen for this SFG team. The Saints continuing to dominate, but the SFG able to get these rotations. We'll see if the Saints can break through. A nice little Prof-Prod connection as they push up through the street, trying to get to this construction site. Jayhem holding on these rebars, but unfortunately getting picked off. Arco with a nice little 2-piece as Prod gets on the excavator and looks for cover and looks for some more shots, trying to extend this lead that the Saints have here.
I'm really, really enjoying the comms that are clearly coming in from the Saints. They are getting around people really easily, setting up 2-on-1s, winning their gunfights, getting to opportunistic 3 versus 2 gunfights as well. This has been really, really clinical for them. But hey, this SFG team, they are not going to go down without a fight. Look at them racking up the early points, just like we saw in that round 1. Alu's getting kills. Arco seems back to his normal kind of setup. He's got 7 kills already. So let's see how much Jayhem is able to get on this spot as Versailles continues to cook as well. Here comes SFG. They will not go down without a fight.
100% as we rotate into this P3. Y-Source and company orderly rotating through. Y-Source with another huge 2-piece, already sitting at 8 and 4. Jayhem got to step it up, just sadly sitting at a 2 and 5 as Y-Source sadly goes down. Jayhem the one to take him out. Little flip of the script right there, sports team. But the Saints once again holding on point. SFG got to break through as Prof. Jayhem able to hold it down and keep it in SFG's hands, but Y-Source is Jayhem! Jayhem with the mayhem, absolutely beautiful. Jayhem stepping up big time for a nice little 3 streak.
Yeah, he's got to wake up now. That's the exact kind of guy that they need. They can't just have him be, the objective guy getting those points. They need him to get kills and to make sure the other team always has somebody who's respawning, getting those, kind of odd man advantageous situations. But look already, Saints are sitting up in the next spot. They are waiting for it. They know that as long as they keep it close, they know that they're better than these guys in one-on-one gunfights. They can close them down the stretch, especially with how hot Y-Swords is right now. Arco's got to be careful. He's been the best one-on-one gunfighter they have. He's got to keep up the hot streak.
100%, brother. Sportstein as Prof gets a nice little 2-piece and the Saints hold up defensively exceptionally well. Prof now in the streets looking to drop them like dogs in the street. And there it is, the Prof on the 3 streak and holding. Y-Star's looking for a little pick through the alleyway, but could not find the kill. Prof with the little 360. Are you kidding me? With the MCW in the corner, just absolutely toying with his food right now. On the 4 streak, looking for the 6, but it's gonna go down here. Unfortunate. Jayhem shutting it down. Arco having himself a game as well, sitting at 11 and 8, but Alu's gotta step it up. Unfortunate there. SFG is keeping this one close, but the Saints are taking the lead on this one so far. But SFG able to pick up a little bit of scrap time as Y-Source and company begin to push towards this next point. Alu and Arco combining for a nice little kill. Cruise missile coming in clutch.
You can tell that SFG just have way more confidence playing this game mode than they do Search and Destroy. I don't know what happened to them last round, but you can tell right now they're hitting their gunshots a little bit better. They're playing really good team Call of Duty right now, trying to get to advantageous situations. But this man, WildSource, I swear, his hair must be on fire. He is going nuts these past couple rounds. Oh, is he going to get the two-piece? Oh, we got one. Oh, could he get
it? With another TK.
One. 2 team kills already.
That is unfortunate when you just see too many TKs. It can just throw off your vibe. The best thing you can do is just put it in the rear view mirror as the Saints take a commanding close to 60-point lead and climbing here. Versailles able to get one, trying to rotate up and stay alive here. Just cause some damage on this rotation for Saints to prevent them getting on next point. But already getting spotted. Versailles trying to stay up, cannot get the finish. Tons of hit markers, and that's going to sting a little bit. And now Versailles has to play a little ring around the rosy, but unfortunately there's just ashes, and he falls down. 151 to 92 as the Saints take that 60-point lead, and SFG gonna need all of this point and then some to take the lead, but WildSource just breaking right through once again.
Oh, is he gonna do it again?
Come on, Alu, staying up. WildSource, Prod, and Desi just holding it down. The Saints can't seem to be stopped, sports team.
This is what I'm talking about with the teamwork, the 2-on-1s, the 3v2s. They keep going into these buildings. Comms, flying. They've been doing a really good job of catching SFG off guard in all of these different hard points. But again, I like the way that FSG, they're still fighting back. They're still trying to find a way to stay in it. But Alu and Jayhem, we got to step it up. 16 and 27 is not going to get it done against this Saints team. They're cooking too much right now. And again, another full team kill.
Beautiful push through, and now going to take a 70-point lead as Desi takes a 2-streak. Prod on the 2, Weiser's on the 1. Saints are getting it done, sports team.
This might
Absolutely
be GG's incredible. In the chat. We might need GG's in the chat coming up here soon.
It's going to be close, but it ain't over until I start to sing, and I ain't good at singing. Let me tell you something. As Prod holds on point on the 2-streak, and this Saints team is just playing perfectly right now. They have locked it down in the latter half of this hardpoint matchup as Prod holds, waiting for the push. Versailles is able to get the kill. And they try to push through, get the point, but Desi's still holding on that tank.
It's a great spot from Desi just to keep holding them back. You got that lane down that huge road. As long as you point an AR down there, so hard to break it. And Decky's going to get another kill here. Can he get a second one? Oh, he can, but he's going to keep on that hard point. Decky's been really, really good the second half of this game. He was a little bit slow to start, but just like the rest of the Saints, once he gets rolling, that momentum really fuels him. Love to hear the comms coming in from the Saints. I'm sure they're motivating their guys, trying to keep them focused. Every single time one of their guys kind of goes down, they lift them right back up and they go on a hot streak.
Absolutely. I mean, just a 120 score differential right now, and the Saints looking to shut this one down. Prod and WildSource, the combo is back, and WildSource with a 2-piece. Jayhem shuts it down, but it's not enough. 2:30 now, and the clock is starting to tick for SFG. It's all but over right now. Can they find a way to come back? I don't think so. Prof and Prod holding on point. Jayhem with another TK. We've seen 3 TKs all on SFG side as Desi and company shut it all down. And you said it yourself, a 147 point differential, I believe, as the Saints bring it back and win 2 in a row. Got to refresh after that tough game.
That was so impressive from the Saints, because we'll look at their scoreboard in a second. It was so even across the board from the kills perspective, from a time on the point perspective. They did such a great job here. You look at it, Prof, minute 24, Wisers, minute 07, Prod, minute 34. Look at their kills, 19, 21, 17. A very even and balanced performance coming in here from the Saints. A little bit different than what we saw in the last round, where it was a lot of WildSource and just a lot of kills coming in primarily from him and Prod. But now you see the rest of the guys coming in it. They got that 2-1 lead, and here we go. Another hard point match. Can SFG find their stride again? They have been pretty awful since about the first half of the first round. Saints have completely taken over since then. They got to rally. They got to collect themselves. They got to check their mental and come back here and save their lives. This is the losers bracket, Mr. Rich. They got to make sure that they don't go out here. You can't go out sad and get reverse swept.
Understood. I mean, SFG, it's going to be a tough uphill climb, but I'm excited to see them overcome that hill and we get that game 5 terminal that we hyped up so much in the beginning. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm getting news. We got to take a quick break, get everything set up and situated, but don't you go anywhere. If you're loving us casters, be sure to hit ! Vote. Look for your boy Big Rich X and Sportstein on that list. We'll be right back after a short break. Don't you dare go anywhere or I'll cry my eyes out, and you know I will. I'm watching you, chat.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. I'm your boy Sportstein. Alongside me is Big Rich X. It is 2-1 Saints over SFG right now. They have cooked them so far in the last 2 rounds, including a 6-0 search and destroy. But you know what, Rich? While we're here, we got to thank some sponsors. Shout out to our sponsors, Infamous Thieves. It has been great having them alongside with us here on the Cast Off. They've been around since 2021. Shout out to my fellow New England brothers. They operate out of Maine. You can find them on Twitter at twitter.com/INFthieves. And of course, you can find them on YouTube at Infamous Thieves 8984. I always got to show love to my fellow New Englanders. I went to college in Boston. My family's from up there, so shout out to the Maine, and hey, shout out to Cooper Flagg as well, #1 player in college basketball this year.
Amen. I've casted for Infamous Thieves before and some of the other amateur leagues, and I really appreciate them sponsoring all of these wonderful, incredible casters, myself included. And I'm really just happy to get into this next game between these 2 incredible teams. Thank you so much again to Infamous Thieves. Thank you to all the sponsors, and thank you to Game Arena for inviting us in here and letting us do our thing and hype these teams up to the best of our ability.
Oh, shout out to Infamous Thieves. And hey, maybe we'll see some thieving coming in from SFG, because, Rich, they are down to their final count. Down 2-1 in the losers bracket. They have no-showed the last 2 rounds, basically. Do you think they will survive here on Skid Row?
Well, I think it's a bit of an underdog story, and I think they're going to bounce back. It's 18 in life to go, but don't you worry. We got plenty of life left in this team. SFG going to get things done, I think. I think we're going to see that Game 5 on Terminal. We predicted it at the start, and the fates will deem it so as we get things started off hot and ready like the Little Caesars Pizza. Ladies and gentlemen, watch out for side busting through doors, but Saints on the point first as Prof holds in burning, and Y-Star's looking to start things off.
Oh, here we go again.
Right.
Excited to see what we get from Prod this game. He was a little bit slow during round 2. Obviously, he was so good during the search and destroy. Let's see if he's able to take over this round and close this out for the Saints. He's still their best player. He's still their best one-on-one gunfight guy. Let's see him dominate and try to close this series down. You never want to go to a Game 5. Anything can happen in a Game 5. You got to close them out now.
Oh, 100%. Prof with a nice little kill on J-Ham. Y-Source and company keeping things nice, but Arco getting beautiful P1 time as they might be able to crack 30 here. And a very different start from the previous hardpoint, and now SFG looking to keep things on their side throughout this one. Trying to contain Y-Source and company, but never mind the double, a headshot down below, and there's the team wipe. Broad Prof cleaning things up, and Desi has a nice rotation on this P2 and was able to hold, has the trophy system down, and the Saints shutting down any momentum they had on that P1 for SFG. Unfortunate there, and Desi can just chill out and just stay prone. Don't try to peek this, just hold the point and get those points up.
We talked a lot about the comms coming in for Saints. They knew that this was going to be the next hard point. They ran to it instantly, set up Desi, ready to go. But a great job of kind of weeding them out of that hard point. And now you have SFG, who on the other side, they're the ones who now have 3 people around it. You see Saints now trying to come up. Where's the next place going to be? Let's go get the next capture point. We've kind of lost this one already. But look at Prod, man. 6-2 already to start. He is beginning to cook. This might be another 30 piece for him if he keeps this up. But again, they got to start getting on these hard points. This is already looking really similar to round 1, where SFG got out to a really big early lead, and they're just able to hold it. We got to see Saints start to break this if they want to close out this series.
100%. Y-Source and company able to lock it down early, but seeing SFG do it so wonderfully before a breakthrough, but they're having a tough time cracking through the defenses of the Saints as Y-Source just continues to cook on the 4 streak. A beautiful nade from Alu that was much needed as Prod goes down. Hopefully they can find a hole in the defense, but nothing so far, and the Saints are going to bring this one close, or might just be able to tie this one as Alu and company finally get onto point and are quickly taken out by Desi, just decimating them on the 3 streak, and Ysor's on the 5, very close to 2 players having cruise missiles, and that's going to be dangerous for SFG sports scene.
Rich, I am the Shaq meme right now. Ysors, I apologize. I was not familiar with your game. This dude is a chef. He is cooking them up right now. Another 10 kills already early in this game. He is on a 5 streak early. This is what I'm talking about. This is what we saw earlier tonight from the Saints when they were able to 2-0 the Screaming Demons. Just really good gunplay, really good team fighting. But man, Ysors, he has taken over this series. He has been the best player in 2 of the 3 rounds so far, and he might make it 3 in a row.
Oh, what a beautiful push from SFG, Jayhem, Arco, and Versailles, all scoring kills and locking it down early. Saints were able to get a bit of pointage off that one. Jayhem on the head glitch. There it is. Come on, popping. Lots of hit markers with that Rival 9, and unfortunately gets caught to the left. Prod and Prof. Nice peek combo, and Versailles trying to hold, but the push is too much. The Saints swooping in. Ysors once again holding 12-7, and Prod right behind him at 11-5. A beautiful game from Ysors and Prod so far, but this is a much closer hard point thus far. The Saints are starting to creep away with a bit of the scrap, but you see SFG on that rotation might be able to beat him out here. And those cruise missiles coming in, they gotta be careful. Trophy system's down, and there you have it. The trophy system taking out the multi-million-dollar cruise missile as Prof finally sneaks in and grabs the kill for the Saints.
I was thinking about that. I was like, wait, how does a trophy system stop a missile?
For
we don't ask questions around here.
For clarification, ladies and gentlemen, Sportstein has never casted CoD before except tonight, so he doesn't know how broken the trophy system is.
I know that it can, but I'm sitting over here like, wait, this is supposed to be realistic, right? I'm kidding, obviously not.
Touché, Sportstein. I apologize. SFG keeping this one close and locking it down. Arco on the 4 streak, looking for a cruise missile of their own as Prof tries to stay up against this 1v1 against Versailles, as they just continue to trade shots. Prof staying up. And there you have it, SFG taking the lead once again. Not a huge lead, but a lead nonetheless, as SFG tries to grow this lead as Prod and Jayhem trying to stay up. Nades coming in, and Versailles sneaking up behind and shutting Prod down.
You're seeing SFG do a really, really good job when things start to get tight and they're trying to, they're staying in these small hallways, especially up on that second level. We've seen it a couple times here at the hard point. They're doing a really good job of winning their one-on-one gunfights in the close range, and that's keeping them in this series and what's allowing them to stay in this game. When things kind of widen up and they're asked to shoot more medium and long range fights, they haven't been winning. But you see already the SMG work from Jayhem coming in, turning around his entire game so far. He's up to 8 kills now. Very well done by Jayhem to survive and come back in this round.
Yeah, that was a huge team wipe for SFG. They might be able to get a big double. 60-point differential as Arco shutting it down with a nice little headshot 2-piece. Arco and Alu AA, but no, I'm not drinking, ladies and gentlemen, but SFG might drive the Saints to drink on this one as they cannot break through. Jayhem stepping up big time. We were giving him a lot of flack that last game, but he has stepped up, made some adjustments, has gotten some important kills here, finally goes down, but it's a huge difference maker as they are able to rotate to next point. 171 and climbing. SFG stepping up big, Sportstein.
Huge, absolutely massive. I love the way they played the second half of this game so far. You see, again, they're coordinating team kills. The comms are there. They're playing really well down alleyways, keeping those lanes in control. I love the way they played the last couple hard points. They might full clear 2 hard points in a row and get a ton of points off this. They might hit 200. Yeah, they're about to. And this Saints team, again, like I said, you never want to let it go to a game 5. Anything can happen. They got to fight back, or this series might get really, really interesting. We might be headed to Terminal, baby.
Oh, I can only hope. SFG now approaching a 100-point differential on the Saints, absolutely dunking on them after getting obliterated in that invasion hardpoint. What a huge change of pace for SFG on this map as compared to Invasion. They know Skid Row. They love Skid Row. They've been in these apartments. They slept on the burnt-out couch, Sportstein, as now Saints are able to gain some amount of composure on this next point in the back. But can SFG break through and put this one away? They just need 25 seconds on Hill to lock this one down and force that game 5.
If I'm SFG, I start to play things a little bit slower. You're obviously going to fight for the hard point. That's it. That's a huge kill from Alu. That's massive. But I'm saying you should just kind of focus on the next one. You know, kind of let them have this one. Let them section themselves over on one side of the map, and you can just start planning for that next spot. You only need about 23 points. So it should be pretty easy for SFG to close out. But again, this Saints team, when those one-on-one gunfights start hitting, they are dangerous. And here comes Decky and Prod. They are starting to move a bit.
100% Desi here. Getting this scrap. Prod and JHEM in close proximity. Prod might be able to get a huge two-piece here and set up this next point. Got one, but could not get the other. Alu and Arco clearing house. And this could be GG's right here, as Alu and Arco just scored a nice little three-piece. And Versailles taking him out.
Oh, the two? Ooh,
Desi able to stay up. Huge plays, but Versailles with the two streak. Arco on the one. And a beautiful, beautiful game here from SFG as they are this close to locking it down.
Look at the lane coverage. Look at it. They're covering the tunnels. They're covering the wide open area on the outside. This game is
he doesn't know where to go. YSource absolutely confused. He's too bamboozled. And there you have it. Game 5 terminal is on the way, ladies and gentlemen. We're about to serve it up like Gordon Ramsay, ladies and gentlemen. Some beef Wellington, fresh cut, prime rib. I don't know what I'm saying at this point, but Arco and company are able to get it done and step up big time. JHEM, I am sorry I ever doubted you.
He was huge.
Stepped up big time. Look at that, 9 non-traded kills, 46 hill time, but I got to give it up to Arco for 225 on hill with a 19 and 14 KD. Just well done, SFG, for forcing this game 5, and what a game 5 this is going to be, especially
it doesn't get better than this.
Can the Saints get another 6-0, or will SFG give them a little bit of resistance this time around?
Well, you kind of saw how, you know, in that game, JHEM was so bad in the first half of it, but the second he really started to step up and start to win his gunfights, they were able to turn the entire round around. Very similar to what we saw during round 2 when Winsors did the exact same thing. When he struggled in the first round, he came back in round 2 and really dominated. So a little bit of balance coming in here for these teams. I mentioned at the top how even these teams seem to be, and that 6-0 was such a surprise, but this is probably what we expected to happen, Rich. We expected a game 5. We were hoping to get it. These two teams are so close in talent, but it's all going to come down to one thing for me, or one matchup. It's going to be Arco versus Prod. Those have been the two best guys on each individual team. Now you're on search and destroy. Whoever is able to get that KD up, that's going to be the winner of this. It's going to come down to those two guys.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know about y'all. It's late, but we're still here. We are energetic. We are ready. Someone get me some 6-hour energies or whatever you kids are drinking nowadays, because I'm going to need something else to keep this thing going, as I feel like Cinderella. The clock is about to strike midnight, and I don't have my glass slipper, because we're going to Game 5 Terminal, Search and Destroy. It's my favorite mode, my favorite map, from my favorite game of all time.
I'm sitting up. I'm locking in the gamer chair.
Yeah,
no more leaning back. We're sitting up. My face is about 2 inches away from the screen right now. I am the man leans forward towards his gaming screen meme right now. That is me. Let's ride.
All right, we're getting a little Nick Merck scam from Sports Team. We're probably only going to see his 5 heads, so just be prepared, ladies and gentlemen. Either way, good luck to both teams. It's been, and pardon my French, a hell of a series so far.
Hey, you know what? Rich, before we get into it, I want to know from the chat. We haven't talked to the chat a lot. I want to know, who does the chat think is going to win this Game 5? Will it be Saints? Will it be SFG? Let me know. Let me know in the chat who you guys think is going to win.
100%. I'm uncertain. It's a 100% uncertainty. That's all I can say as we get things started off a little slower than usual. Saints getting things set up on the HVAC, on Bravo, as they defend Alpha with just
that's a big kill.
Prof with a beautiful pick on Versailles to get things started off right for the Saints. They're trying to creep up to this Bravo objective now. Arco just doing a little AD, a little bob of the head, trying to find something. Gets that stun, but is able to not stay alive, unfortunately. Called myself slipping right there. YSource taking him out, and now SFG in trouble early in a 4v2. We've seen this before in the first S&D on High Rise, and might be over quickly as the Saints know this mode, know this map, and are ready to lock it down. Nice shot from Jayhem, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Alu just getting too many angles and too many bullets thrown his way as the Saints take a 1-0 lead.
I think this Saints team is simply just better at search and destroy. Their comms and their locations have just been so good. Their movement has been excellent too. They keep getting in these 2-on-1 gunfights early in these search and destroy rounds, and they are just wiping the table. It always ends up being 4 versus 2, 3 versus 2, and look at our guy YSource, man. 3 kills already. He is an absolute chef. He's just sitting in the back, cooking something up, something nice and tasty. Here he goes, trying to get a Game 5 W.
Indubitably. So, Saints here now on the attack side of things. Smoke's getting out early before the trophy systems going down. Jayhem taking out Y-Source and a huge 2-piece from Jayhem before going down to Desi. And now a 2v2 as Prof and company looking to go to work. Versailles has a nice flank but has to rotate back. Arco trying to get that high ground and descend upon them. Prof might get spotted here. He's got to be careful. Prof with a nice shot but is unable to stay alive. SFG tying things up. They are not going to get 6-0'd here, and not right here, not with so much on the line, Sports Team. They are not going to go quietly into that sweet dark night, sir.
I'm not sure who it was on top of that building right there, but they did a really good job not dying. They were just able to get behind the gas tank before they went down, and Versailles, a very timely charge to make sure that we tie it up here at 1-1. This is great. We talked about how even these two teams are rich, and here we go, already 1-1. We might be going all the way.
Oh, I hope we go all the way. I know it's not November, but just be careful, ladies and gentlemen, as the Saints and SFG are all tied up here in a pretty little bow, and we'll see who unties said bow and opens up a beautiful Christmas present of a fat, stinky W. Y-Source going down to Jayhem. Jayhem bringing the heat this time around. I think Jayhem heard us talking some smack
for sure,
and was just making sure he brought his A game and his B game and his C game, as unfortunately he goes down the caster's
I don't like that, man. You got an SMG. You cannot be looking down that hallway. That's a really tough shot to hit, especially when you know that Prod's got that AR and he has been snapping with it all game. That's a tough situation to put yourself in right now.
100% as Versailles here and company looking to clutch a 2v3 and extend their lead to a 2-1. Silence falling over the map as Saints get set up. Go ahead, Sports Team.
This is what I was talking about. Saints have done such a good job getting into these 3v2s, these man-on-man advantageous situations, and all they have to do now is stick together, make sure they don't get caught off guard. You got Prod covering one spot, Prof with the other. They're about to smoke these guys on this bomb. They're going to need a miracle to get over to A and get past, the rest of these guys. Prof is aiming right down that lane. He is ready for him. Oh, he missed one.
Ooh, Prod able to pick up one. Alu, the last one up. Prod. Ooh, Alu with the shots, but unfortunately the close-range pistol whip. That Renetti spaghetti has been causing all sorts of pandemonium, as there's been a lot of margarita sauce spilled all over this plane. Prop pushing up, sliding in. Alu wasn't ready. He was going for that plant. Time was running out, and Prof just took advantage of that situation to perfection.
Their process and execution has been really world class in both search and destroy rounds that we've had. Just their ability to get around guys, to always be the last person into the fight, to make sure that they're taking down weak opponents. This is a really, really impressively executed search and destroy so far from Saints. But they got to close it out. Again, you never want to be up 2-1. They can get this 3-1. They might get a little bit of breathing room, but I like the way that FSG is still playing. They just got to get over this hump. And Jayhem, again, stay hot, my friend. You have been cooking. It's not him. It's got to be Arco. 0 for 2 right now.
Yeah, Arco got to step up big time. Hopefully we see some snipes from Prof. I saw that Cat AMR be brought out, so I would love to see a nice little headshot. Prof here creeping, but Alu is there. He's got to be careful not to peek too hard. There it is, Prof with the shot. Peeking on the stairs, was able to get one, but Alu took him out almost too quickly after they extended that push. Saints now trying to rotate into Alpha. Still have Arco in the back. They're able to get across that hallway, the smoke providing excellent concealment as Arco holds in the rear of plane. Has got to be careful. They already get spotted. That means going to do very little to help him out as Arco going to get pushed and taken out. Beautiful push from Y-Source right there, Sports Team. They get the plant, they get set up in plane, and they're going to lock it down like it's Air Force One. Olive here trying to rotate through.
Process and execution. The Saints are just moving on a different level. That's a big kill from Alu, but he gets taken down anyway.
And now it's all up to our main man, JHam. And JHam, get it done.
Oh, what is Weiser's doing? What is he doing?
Huge kill. JHam spots him. Desi was spotted. JHam now trying to clutch up in a huge way. Might be spotted here. Gonna toss out that smoke. That's huge. Now rotating out. He does not see Desi.
Go for the bomb.
Desi coming up. He's got to get this defuse. 7 seconds left. And Desi's going to wait until the final moment to strike. And there it is. Unfortunate there. Desi able to stay up and played it beautifully. Just played it back and waited to push. Knew he could catch JHam on the defuse, on the bomb. Distracted. Too many things going on. And a beautiful job from Desi to clutch up. And a valiant effort from JHam, but sadly it just wasn't enough.
He at least should have tried the defuse just to get the sound cue off. That might have at least drawn him into the plane a little bit earlier. I mean, by the time that gunfight was happening, we're 6 seconds away from the bomb going off, and you're done anyway. So I don't love the way that JHam executed that last one, but Weiser's got to be better when you're defending there. You can't just run out into the wide open. You know the guy is coming at the plane, and you already got Desi covering your back. Weiser needs to be a little bit smarter there with his placement. With 4 kills so far, he's playing well.
JHam pushing up a bit too aggressively, but it's able to get one. A nice little trade there. It's a 3v3 already. Desi doing a little reverse whack-a-mole here, trying to strike back. Arco looking to bop him as Prof lurks in the hallway. See Prod holding on Alpha. Arco gets one. Desi has to rotate, but Alu takes him out, and it's already a 3v1. Prod all alone, and now going to try to take this high ground. Wonder if they'll see Versailles up there. They do. Nice little headshot. Looking for the high ground. Alu gets spotted. Prod with the double headshot. And now it's a 1v1. Arco all alone as Prod tries to clutch up big time. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. This could be the swing round.
The 2 best guys on each team. Here we go. This is the matchup. This is what I'm telling you, Rich. The best 2 guys on the team. Eventually it comes down to a 1v1 mono-e-mono match. Who is going to take it? Oh, that was a mistake by Arco. He heard the window.
Far and away from the bomb. Prod here rotating, and there it is. Prod taking it. Keeping streaks alive and extending Saints' lead.
This man has been cracked the entire series. That is a huge 1v3, gets it done, and they are now up 4-1. That is series-altering stuff right there. The X-rays are in, Rich. He has that dog in him.
Well, 100% would have to agree. Can I get some barks in the chat for our boy Prod?
Woof, woof.
Beautiful stuff. And I know you called him a demon. He must have been Lucifer because he's a fallen demon straight from the Saints ranks themselves. Just an incredible game from the Saints here. 4-1. The SFG was able to prevent the 6-0, but they are falling behind quickly. They need to step up. They need to start winning these one-on-one engagements, not overextending and just playing good S&D. The Saints here are able to hold down in bookstore and are looking for something, looking for a pick, trying to find it. Alu taking out Prof.
That's
Prof
a huge
gets
kill.
the trade. Y-Source here rotating up and is going to get a huge rotation.
You're done too.
Looking for the Y-Source. Huge
done,
W
kid.
for Y-Source.
Sit down.
Alu all alone. Once again, unfortunate there as SFG just catch themselves in a deep, deep hole. And I don't even think Stanley Yelnaz could dig them out of it. Alu here. Looking for something, trying to find anything, and is going to have to rotate back to security. He's got to defend the Burger Town, ladies and gentlemen, and don't you dare forget it. Rotating in now through bookstore, and the Saints trying to track down this final player, but Alu keeping things silent, does not want to go through that window, does not see them in the corner, and getting read like a book. Unfortunate there as the Saints take it match point 5-1, looking for the 6-1. I wish I could stand that tall, but I don't think I'll ever reach the heights that the Saints have reached here today as Y-Source gets a huge 3-piece, if I'm not mistaken, that round to shut down any hopes of SFG taking it.
You've got to go dig those holes. This one's over. 5-1. Let's see if they wrap it up in a 6. Shout out to SFG for at least getting 1 round this time in Search and Destroy and not being 6-0'd. But we might be getting a 12-1 SND difference in 2 rounds of play. That is just outstanding work from the Saints. They are just so confident in this game mode. It's going to drive the MWIII all the way back to the winner's bracket. We'll see how they do tomorrow.
Indeed. Indubitably. Yes, Y-Source pushing through.
Goodbye.
Y-Source could not get another one, but Versailles shutting it down, and now a 2v3 SFG. I've got to be careful here. Everything on the line. They need to stay alive in this one and win out if they want any hope in this series, but I don't think there is much hope left. They are down in the Burger Town. Pressure is on Versailles, looking for a pick, trying to find anything as Desi's just playing games with them. You got Prof up top, taking him out. Versailles is there. Arco all alone. Shots coming in, trying to stay up. Zemtex comes out,
Boom.
and I think the Semtex took him out. Unfortunate there. We'll watch it back. If that was a self-inflicted Semtex or one thrown from the Saints, either way, the Saints take a big, big W here in Game 5. And it was the Semtex from Prof, perfectly thrown. Arco had to rotate out, but send him packing. Unfortunately, he was not going to make his flight. He was on the no-fly list, Sportstein, as SFG, sadly, is going to be taken out of this land. The Saints stay alive for a little bit longer, and we'll move forward in your losers bracket, ladies and gentlemen.
Wrap them up, send them home, a little 6-1 piece to close it out in a Game 5. That is professional right there. Look at the search and destroy differences, and all they had to do was get one really good run on a hard point to basically end this series. I like the way that SFG was able to fight back, trying to grind their way out. They tied up 2-2, but their search and destroy strategy was awful. They were constantly putting themselves into 2v3 situations, 1v2 situations, trying to wait for miracles to happen. But Rich, at the end of the day, it came down to our man Prod. It was 3-1. It could have been at 3-2, and that man wins a 1v3 to put him up 4-1, and that was it. At that point, the SFG mental is checked. They're done. They're out of here. They're 6 feet under, and it was just waiting to see what the last 2 rounds were going to look like. But shout out to the Saints. What a huge turnaround from them after dropping Game 1. They win 3 of the next 4, and they're on to tomorrow.
100%. If we could just run this series back real quick, we saw that 6-0 disgusting performance on High Rise, and right there I knew if it got to a Game 5, the Saints were going to take it. I was a little concerned after, SFG won at least a round of S&D, but the Saints had that heavenly intervention and were able to get that 12-1 differential in that S&D matches, and I believe we are going to get Prod for our interview, Sports. And we're going to get to talk to our boy.
Hey,
if we could get him in here, that would be fantastic.
There he is, the
we saw
chef
you
himself.
sipping. We saw you refreshing yourself, smiling at the camera.
Sir.
You're feeling good, feeling fresh, feeling clean, feeling precise and nice. Walk us through that series and get into a Game 5. We haven't seen too many Game 5s today, but how are you feeling after that W?
Feeling great, man. The map one, weren't really chilling. That was like our second time playing. It was an ace map. We're like, whatever, bro. Who gives a fuck? 6-0'd them. We were like, expected that. Like, let's go. Map 3, when we beat them, we were like, let's go, bro. Like, Map 4, though, we were a little like, I don't know what happened there, but we weren't chilling. And Map 5, winning that, like, what was not, worried at all. Like, knew we were going crazy, bro. And then, at 1v3, dog. How did they let that happen?
Oh, that was beautiful. That was the
How
stuff
did they
of
let that
legends.
happen, man?
Prod, let's talk about your teammate Y-Source for a second, because he was really slow coming out of the gate in that Game 1, right? He was struggling a little bit, couldn't win his gunfights, and then all of a sudden, I don't know what came over him in that Game 2. He dominated, goes 5-0 to open up Search and Destroy, and he just smoked him the rest of the way through. Did you guys say something to him, like keep your head up? What did you guys tell him after that rough Game 1?
He just hasn't played a lot of. We really haven't played a lot of respawn prior to this, so he's still trying to get the hang of it a little bit. And he's running the sub, so he's trying to figure out the routes. He's trying to figure out his timings, and like I said, he's still just trying to figure out the whole hardpoint thing going. But he's gotten a lot better as the day went on, and I'm proud of how we're playing right now. I'm proud of how we're performing for no scrims. Definitely. We're getting better every series, and we're feeling good out there for real.
Now, going back to what you said earlier, you're saying you expected that for the 6-0. You expected the 6-0. Can you walk me through that a bit?
I mean, look, man. We played with Search. So going into that, I was like, we got it, bro. I was like, no offense. I mean, these guys just aren't on our level, I don't think. And, coming out the gates, man, Prof's getting spawn snipes. I was like, it's about to be a slight, bro. It's about to be a slight.
Oh, you got to tell me how Prof was feeling. Did he jump off the map for that snipe? We saw him go down immediately afterwards.
Oh, no, that was my bad. I slid under his bullet So he like collided my head and killed the other guy, but where he killed me off.
TK damage.
Yeah,
okay,
TK
got
damage,
it.
yeah.
I thought he did some fancy trick
So he
shot.
hit a double kill.
Yeah.
Props
he
to him.
collided,
That's impressive.
It was too clean. He had to take himself out of that round. But just a beautiful series. Good luck in your future matchups. Thank you for a wonderful performance. Sports Team, did you have any other questions for our boy Prod here?
You know what, probably when we got you up here, give me a little trash talk for the next round. You guys are still in the losers bracket, but you got to tomorrow. Give me a little trash talk.
Man,
what are you guys looking for
I don't know who
tomorrow?
we play, bro, but at this point, like, I think we're the best team in this venue. I'm telling you, bro, if we had one day of practice for Prof, we would have been eating everybody alive. But it's fine, it is what it is. We're here, we're getting better every scrims. I'm proud of how we're performing right now. I went fucking crazy, against Stookie and them. Like, we're feeling good. I'm excited for tomorrow. And whoever we're playing, they better be shooting straighter than those guys.
Copy that. Well, let's consider this losers bracket practice then.
Right.
When you get to the finals.
Honestly, it's better for us because we were able to get, if we're winners, we play one more game, and that would have been it. But these losers, we've really just seen from how we played this morning till today, we've really progressed as a team. So I'm proud of us and how we're playing. We've learned from our mistakes. Doing good.
Wonderful. Well, thank you, Prod. I don't know if you have any other more matches tonight, and if you don't, go get some sleep, rest
go
up,
eat.
get rejuvenated,
Yes,
get some food in your belly.
I'm about to
and
join
get
you.
prepped for tomorrow. Yeah, we need something.
Hey, love you, Mom. Appreciate you. She's in the stream. She's
and
boss
the mom,
live.
shout out to close it
I love
out.
it.
Oh, that's
I
her.
love
Okay,
it.
cool. Yeah,
That's
she's
her.
giving you a
Yeah.
lot of love in there.
Hell yeah.
Amen. Amen. Ain't nothing like a mama cheering
That's
you
right,
on
man.
from the sidelines.
I appreciate the interview.
Lord,
Love y'all,
bro.
bro. I love the event. Everything's great.
Absolutely.
I'll catch y'all tomorrow.
Thank you, Prod. Good luck in your future matchups, and thank you for joining us here tonight. We really appreciate that interview. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, if you've enjoyed our casting, you enjoyed that interview with Prod, you just enjoy our faces, you want to see more of us, then be sure to vote for us. Come on, baby. It's me and the one and only, the sensational, the stupendous, the sexy sports team. You don't want more of this? Are you kidding me? Come on.
Hey, you know what? Look, I want to show up tomorrow. I want to cast the Saints again. I want to see our guys Prod and Y Swords go crazy once more. Toss it in that chat. You see it, our guy, PRS Night Stalker. He put in that link. Check it out. The tiny URL, the cast off vote. Put it down for Big Rich X and Sports Team. We appreciate you guys tracking along with us. Big Rich, anything before we get out of here? And I believe we have another series coming up, Subway versus Newberry. Our guys Tugboat and Cuppa are going to be calling that one. They've been waiting a long time, so I'm excited to hear them too.
I just want to say good luck to all the casters. Thank you once again to Game Arena for bringing us in and allowing us to do our thing for y'all tonight. And ladies and gentlemen, be sure to vote for us. I'm gonna just have a rough night's sleep if you don't.
Vote for Big Rich because he's got the sick background. Now, my man has a lightsaber. He is an
Stop
R301 from Apex back there. Is that a God of War battle axe? He's got the Minecraft. He's got everything back there. Is that a longbow from Apex too? This guy's going crazy.
Deadliest weapon on there is the diamond
going
pickaxe.
nuts.
Don't you forget it.
Oh, for sure.
Don't you forget it. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick break, but you stay tuned for our other casters, Tugboat and Cuppa. We'll see you real soon. I'm going to be in the chat. I'm going to be hyping up my peeps, my caster crew. Have a nice night, everyone. Hope to see you in the finals tomorrow.